Brad lost a plane. He put his Sky Tiger down somewhere behind those trees there. And he asked me to see if I could try and take a video to help him look for it. So I was going to do that, and I'm going to try and use the timber for that. And I've mounted the EFC 721 looking downwards here. Let's see. Okay, that should now be recording. I used the Apprentice last time I did this kind of a search, but I have floats on the Apprentice at the moment, and it's quite a complicated and laborious job to change the Apprentice between float and wheel configuration. Looks like there might be some mist in the field over there, which isn't going to help, although the sun's up now. I'm going to stand at the end of the field, I think, to try and do it, because I'm trying to search out there over an area that's a little way away from the field. I think we'll just put the plane in safe mode, since all we're trying to do is fly backwards and forwards, taking video, so I want to be concentrating on that, not anything else.
Safe mode.
Flaps, we don't really need flaps, but we can put them on. Okay, so sun's up now. We want to, I don't know, I want to try and take a video of that whole area between the first line of trees and the second line of trees if I can.
Throttle cut off.
Whoop. Go on.
Flaps up.
Not an area I'm fond of flying over at all, you know. It's a nasty area out there. The less you fly over that area, the better. However, in this case, we have no choice because it's our mission. So let's see if we can make some low passes, relatively low passes. I don't want to go behind the trees where I can't see the plane, of course. But we'll see if we can make some relatively low passes over that area. It's not pleasant to do this because it's a bit misty, and you know, I just wouldn't fly out here at all normally. And he thought a bit to the right, probably a bit to the right of the line of the runway, but I don't know. Let's cover the left area too. Like the old Sufi story about the man who was looking under the light for his keys because you might be able to find them there, although that wasn't where he dropped them. Something like that. That really is an old Sufi story because I'm mangling it.
Time remaining 5 minutes.
Probably flying too high, but I'm nervous about flying low behind these trees, you know. We're not achieving anything now, are we really? Because we're just going to be videoing. Although, mind you, we do want to come back a bit from the trees because, see, I'm very nervous that my plane's going to drop out of view there. And I'm flying it further away than I care to anyway. Okay, at this end. The last search I did was comparatively straightforward because I was just searching over the vacant field to the south, so I had a good view of my plane the whole time. No sweat, but this is not pleasant. I can't see my plane well at all when I'm going to the far end of these search passes. I'm afraid there might be more mist coming up rather than going away. I mean, you'd hope there wasn't much mist when I came, but it seems like the sun's drawing a bit of mist out of the ground, which isn't going to be helping this whole process. I don't know whether this is achieving much, frankly, and it's making me distinctly nervous.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
I really think the sun, especially out of that field, it's not so bad here, but out of that field where there's all the thicket, I think there's just mist coming up now. Seems to be getting more misty over that area. It's kind of annoying. I don't know, maybe we'll land and wait and then see if we can make another pass. If we wait a minute, maybe we can make another pass and the mist will abate somewhat.
Throttle cut off.
Because right now it seems like the sun is just sucking mist out of the ground, and that's not helpful because, you know, we ain't gonna see much if the ground's covered with mist. It's kind of annoying. There was hardly any mist when I came, but it was dark. I don't think we would have seen much then because it was dark. Now we're getting light, but the blasted mist is coming up. I don't know. We'll have to see. I can't stay well, I can stay a bit longer. It's only 7 or so now. I can stay a bit longer. We'll see. I put the camera further forward there. I was going to put it further back, but then I figured if I put it further back, it's apt to get... if I put it further back... I don't know. If I put it further back, it's apt to get, you know, stuff thrown off the runway on it and get masked, so I put it further forward. So the sun's getting up further now, chasing most of that ground mist away. So I'm going to try and make another pass, searching for Brad's downed plane. Oops-a-daisy. Just waiting for it to initialize here. This is the timber, the E-flite timber. Okay. Try. I don't know. Try and tuck the battery cord in, which is easier said than done. There's not massive amounts of room here. Not quite where to put it, really. Can we get that under there? Because I've got to be able to get the hatch on, you see. There you go. And then we'll start... Whoops, we'll start the EFC 721 recording again. Because the whole point here is to try and record some video of the field. Well, it's not a field, really. It's the jungle, more to the point, behind the trees there, to see if we can see where Brad's plane is in it. I'm not all that optimistic at the best of times yet. I think the mist is more or less completely gone off that field now, hopefully, which should help. But it's a blue plane, and it's an absolute jungle out there, so trying to find a blue plane, and he said it went in pretty hard as well, trying to find a blue plane that went in hard into a jungle, yeah, it's not going to be easy. It's hard enough. I had a hard enough time finding my white plane that went down. I could barely see it.
Safe mode. Take off flaps.
Move some of the gratuitous garbage off the plane. I've got the camera forward there in the hope that so it won't get rubbish thrown up on it as I take off, because of course if the camera lens gets messed up, the whole process is moot.
Throttle cut off.
Timber does not need much room to take off, of course. I don't think he's as far, he didn't think he was as far left as that. He thought he was more further over to the right. We're higher than we really want to be, but I don't want to be, I don't want to flirt with those trees, but we can come a bit lower than that. The problem is, if I go over the trees low, as I go further away, the trees are going to obstruct my view progressively more. See, I don't want to lose sight of my plane at all. That's about as low as I can pass over there and not lose sight of it for the trees. I think we're way too far to the left there, unless it went down further left than he thought. Of course, I'm not entirely sure of the angle of the camera, so I don't know exactly what we're getting on the camera view. Still probably going too far left there. Don't want to go too far because I can't see that well. I mean, I don't want to go where I can't see my plane, Obviously, if I can't see my plane, I can't see it, can't fly it. Still dark enough that the lights on him are standing out fairly well, even though the sun's up. Whoa, that was clumsy of me, wasn't it? Okay, a bit more power. Let's get him round. I'm trying to get him round. I want to take a line between those two trees at a reasonably low altitude. Yeah, still a bit high, but I kind of want it to be lower than that. But it's hard to line up exactly, and then we're going too far left again. I want to go out, because that's where he thought it most likely was. I want to go out between the two taller trees, over that sort of middle tree, not too high. Just going back a bit to give myself more room, more view to set up.
4 minutes.
Because I didn't set up well before for what I was trying to do. Oh, even that's not that great. Well, it's better, it's closer to what I was trying to do. I think we want to go, blimey. I think I'm almost stalling him because, I don't know though, he's a very low stall, but that looked kind of like a stall, and I am trying to fly him pretty slow. Because obviously, the video's hard to make out at the best of times, and if the plane's moving fast, oh, this is just, we're too high here, you're not going to see, the goddamn mosquito's bitten me now as well. It's annoying as hell. No, I'm not going to see anything flying that high, you've got to come down lower than that.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
Yeah, I don't have all that much time left. And the goddamn mosquitoes are eating me. Well, that should be a fair pass over the area he thought it was likely to be in. Maybe try and make one more pass a bit further right. I really itch like heck when I get bitten by mosquitoes. I'm fairly sensitive to them. I swell up. It's annoying. I put bug repellent on, but the mosquitoes round here seem pretty inured to bug repellent. They don't seem to pay much darned attention to it. Yeah, so we'll try and take a pass a little further to the right there. I don't know how good the video from this is going to be. It's hard to do. It's a tricky area to fly over with the trees being in the way and things. One more pass and then I'm going to bring him into land because I've only got a couple of minutes of battery time left, and this isn't the world's greatest battery either. It's an old Zippy. I used the better one first. Okay, we'll see now there. I'm almost going behind the tree where I can't see. I hate that. I don't want to lose sight of my plane. I almost lost sight of my plane behind that tree there.
Take off flaps.
Okay, well that's all I can do for now. We'll have to go home and look at these videos, and we'll go home, look at these videos, see what they're like, and we'll have to see.
Time remaining 1 minute.
Yes, well, we're already on the ground here. Ow! Mosquito bites.
Cut on. Experienced mode.
Yeah, I had it stabilized there. I mean, heck, I'm just trying to fly. I'm concentrating on trying to position the thing. And it's not easy to do, to fly over exactly the line you want without, at the right height and without losing sight of the plane. Oh dear. What can you do? We live in hopes. Stop the camera recording. We'll take it home and see if we can see anything useful on those. I think this one's going to be better than the first one because I think there was too much ground mist on the first one. There wasn't much, but when the sun came up, the ground mist came up more. That's what often happens, and then it dissipates after a little while. But it rather caught me on the first one there. Okay, well, we'll take those videos home and see what we can see.